Yeah, so let us have a discussion first about spirit and whether you feel that connection in your life, whether it's something that you've lived your life on, because not everybody does, and that's okay because we all have different ways of getting through life. So who would like to open the discussion on that? Oh, I can see how anxious you all are. Okay, Keith, thank you.
Yeah, I'd just like to start with it's like any other relationship, I guess you can say. It's sometimes for me, sometimes it feels it's just um, a mystery, and I have intentions of doing how I relate to these beings, and sometimes it's real, and sometimes it just feels like it's all in my head. But ultimately, I do believe that there are people, light beings, assisting me, and I do my best to try and to understand both what I'm feeling and what I believe is said. So for me, that's, in terms of connection, I guess it's the key thing for me is not to get caught up in too much of what I'm thinking, but more, I guess, try to be open to what might be said. And look for confirmation. I guess that's the key. Is it?
Yeah.
It's very easy to get all in your head, and you're thinking, oh, this is what the guide said, and this is what they said, and later on you thought they were talking about bananas, but they're actually talking about apples, and
Yeah. I'd before we go on to anyone else, I'd just like to share really a personal story of mine and how I actually came into the spiritual work. And a long time ago, I was at a stage in my life where everything was falling around me. I felt like my whole life was crumbling around. Nothing was going right. Everything was going wrong. And I always had a belief in guides and metaphysical and all of that sort of thing. So I actually went to a reader, and she told me, amongst other things, that she said, your life has never gone right, she said, because you're meant to be a healer. And I didn't really know a lot about healing. I knew about healing, but not how, I'd never felt that real urge within myself to be a healer. And I thought to myself, wow, my life is such a mess. And she said to me that if you don't follow the healing path, she said, your life will never go right. And I thought, well, this is pretty crap because, I'm in a pretty crappy place here. I don't want any more crap to happen. So I sought out a spiritual church. And a lady came along the first night I was there, and she spoke about healing. Funnily enough, isn't it? That's why you go, because you're called to go. And so she was talking about healing, and she gave me a message. And I thought to myself when I left there, I thought, this woman says that my guides are saying that, so I'm going to really hold on to that because I needed enough strength to get through the week. So during that week, what I did was I thought of that message that had come from Spirit. And so I talked to that guide that given that message as if I knew. I could not see them. I could not hear them. I couldn't feel them. I couldn't do anything. But I held on to that for that whole week. And I felt a great comfort in that. And so I would talk to that guide all the time. When I got up in the morning, all the time during the day, can you help me? Can you show me what to do? Can you do this? So then I'd go back the next week and I'd get enough strength to go for another week. And then one day a lady said to me, she said, I'm starting a healing group. And I thought, oh, okay, well, this sounds like something that I need to do. So I went to that healing group, and I was there for a little while doing her classes and whatever. And one day that healing energy came through me. And it was like I had found myself. And I knew in that moment that half of me had always been missing. And I felt that really connection with spirit and that absolute knowingness of who I was. And from that moment on, it was just an absolute amazing journey for me to come closer to that and feel comforted by that and turn my life around. And so that was quite a big pivotal moment in my life, because I remembered then that I'd had that same energy when I was a child, but I grew up in a family that were very loving, but didn't understand the spiritual aspect of things. And so because I believe I was quite a willful child, my father told me I was willful, but I cannot believe that. But anyway, he used to say to me, stop living in a dream world. And I remember that clearly, because I remember being able to say to him, but if we go down this street, that's where they'll live. And he used to say, you don't know that, you've never been here before. But I was right. And he used to say to me, don't live in the dream, in the fantasy world, live in the real world. Because he was a farmer, he was a very earthy person, and I had a great childhood, don't get me wrong, but they didn't nurture that growth because they didn't understand it. And so I realized I had it back then, but I didn't know how to use it, and I'd put it aside. So every day I'm extremely grateful to the spirit world. I'm extremely grateful for the friendship and the comfort and the support that they have given me. And everybody's journey is a little bit different, but that's why I still work with the guides. A lot of people don't work with the guides. A lot of people just work with the energy of the oneness. And even though I understand that, I still love that energy of that and the support, and help being able to tell other people that that support is there for you. You never have to feel alone. You never have to feel sad, because there is this beautiful energy of these spirit guides that are around you that care more for you than you will ever care for yourself. And so when we feel sad, let us be uplifted, because that's there. So what about your journeys? What is your connection to spirit? Okay, Paulette, you'd like to unmute yourself, darling? Yeah. Yes.
Well, for me, I've grown up in a spiritual family. It's always been there through our family. We have a family line of mediums, and healers, and all sorts. And that's always been in my life. I've also seen the not so nice side of spiritualism, that I didn't understand spiritual things. And but I have a greater understanding of it now. And when I was told in New Zealand many years ago, 34 years ago, that I was coming to live in Australia from a circle I used to sit in, by another medium, and I sort of just said, oh yeah, I don't think so. So then one day Rod came home and he said, going back, but this guy gave me this song, Waltzing Matilda. And he said, Spirit's given me this song for you, Waltzing Matilda. And I thought nothing of it. I've never heard of it in my life. But then Rod came home one day from work, a couple of weeks after, and he said, let's go to Australia to live. I went, no way, you know, and then I thought, yeah, okay then. So we put the house on the market. I said, you know, just take me out of my comfort zone. I waited 12 months will be fine. This house sold within 2 weeks. And then I found myself in Australia. I thought, what the hell's going on? You know, this wasn't supposed to happen. But when I found myself in Australia, then I heard the song Waltzing Matilda play. And then the pennies started to drop and everything started to fall into place, that this was my message from Spirit and where I was meant to be.
Absolutely.
So, yes. So,
how awesome's that?
Yes.
Thank you. Who else would like to have a
go, Jenny, after that one particularly? Because as a child, I used to sing Waltzing Matilda.
Yeah.
And I used to wish I was always farthest away of my brothers and sisters as I could be. That seems mean, but 4 kids, argue, fighting, and all the rest. Never knew about Australia, but I knew the song, which is the opposite. My husband also came home one day, and he sort of bent down on one knee. He said, how about going to Australia? Just out of the blue, I was 35 years old. And I thought about it. He said, oh, I knew you wouldn't. I went, hang on a minute, let me just process this. A minute later, I said, okay. I said, we're not doing anything but working, raising kids. Let's go and find out about life, how other people live, how other, you know, work. And we came to Australia. Our house didn't sell for 3 years. It was like the other end of the scale. Something was trying to get us back to where we were. And it was a fighting spirit all the way, because I could do sewing, but I used to sell shoes when I was in England. So I got the sewing machines out and I was offered a shop for nothing, just pay the setup cost, because this lady couldn't make it work. It was a beautician shop. I didn't know anything about beautician work, but I could sew. So I actually sewed for about 4 years. I'd done alterations. I learnt beautician work. This little shop in Kingscliff, I reckon I put my heart and soul in this. Then one day on Anzac Day, the rains came down and my sewing machines were absolutely wrecked. Oh my God, what am I doing now? Next minute, I have a phone call from my brother saying my mother is very, very ill, and my father had already passed away the year we immigrated, and I was to go back to England to help her because she had cancer. And that's when I learnt the gift of feeling pain. I wouldn't say it's a gift because it was horrendous. I felt the pain of her cancer. And that's when I really learnt about healing. I learnt about colour when my father died, and I started seeing auras in colour. But the healing side of things came in when my mother died, 1994. And the pain I felt run through my body was absolutely horrendous. You wouldn't wish on a dog. It is so, I just can't, you could not put it into words. And for that, it gave me great compassion for anybody and anything which was in pain. So, and that's where my spirit really become forefront for healing, because I like the healing side of things more than anything else. I think we can help people, and just even a touch of love, touch of the hand, just a kind word, just anything. You can tell when someone's in pain because their face is offset, just something, there's just something off about them. And when you start chatting, it's only just to get them open, and you'd be surprised what stories they have to tell us. They never even knew they was going to tell anybody, but they will open up. And, you know, that's a wonderful gift for anybody to have, I believe, just not the pain.
Yeah.
It took you ages to learn that pain was not yours. And I mean, I asked many years, how do you clear the pain? You know, you go and stand next to somebody and suddenly you're feeling their pain. And they say, oh, just tell it to go away. They didn't say command it to go away, which is something you have to do, because it will stay if it can, because pain will latch onto anything. So we really have to be mindful when we are healers about the energy, it can stay with us. It doesn't belong to us as well.
Yeah.
And that can link in halfway across the world. It doesn't matter if you know someone halfway across the world, you can still feel their pain.
Mm,
And then
absolutely.
if they got the hooks in you,
Yeah.
so make sure all hooks are out.
Yeah.
That's my advice.
Yeah. Great stuff. Someone else like to have a thing? Amelia, if you wanted to have a say, you'll have to just speak up because we won't know whether you want to talk or not, love.
I'm okay listening to everyone.
Okay, good stuff. All right. Well, it's funny because when I first started out, I only wanted to do healing. I didn't want to do anything else. And I resisted doing anything else for quite a while because I just wanted to be the healer. But gradually it was like, because everyone used to say to me, but you know, you should use your mediumship and that. And I used to go, no, I just want to be a healer. But spirit always have other ideas. And so it comes in a different way. And then all of a sudden you realize that you're using your mediumship skills all the time and hardly doing any healing. It swaps around, and now I probably do 50-50 of both, you know. But it's interesting how spirit always know what you need. Spirit are in control, really, in a lot of way, in a very loving, kind way, not taking away your free will, but guiding you by bringing the people to you that need a certain thing, and that just sort of makes you meander around to where they know that you fit best. And that's really what it is. Yeah. Anyone else like to have a say? All very quiet tonight. Marion says, I would struggle so much more if it wasn't for my beautiful guide, and I'm so lucky and grateful to have him as my best friend. I love him heaps. And she does have a beautiful guide who always has her interest at heart, so that's always good. All right, well, seeing as everyone's really quiet, I think we might have a meditation. All right, so let us all just find your comfortable position to have a meditation, and I'm just going to put some music on. Just going to exit the screen. I'm going to put
Can I just ask something, please?
Is that too loud, the music?
It keeps fading in and out for me. Is that for everybody else the same, or?
Okay, am I fading in and out for everybody? Is everyone?
I can hear Jenny okay, but not the music.
I can hear Jenny, but the music goes.
Okay, all right, let me go this way.
It could be her earphones, because I have new ones and mine does that.
It could be. Is that clearer, the music?
Very faint.
It's better. It's better, yeah.
Better? Okay.
Yes.
All right. Because you never quite know, because it's quite loud from my side, so you never quite know what's happening there. All right, so what I want you to do is just to close your eyes and just relax. I want you to focus in on your breath, taking that breath deep within yourself. On the next breath in, take that breath all the way down to the soles of your feet. And breathe in the energy of the earth as well. Draw that vibration through your feet, that energy, that groundedness. Let each breath that you take just deepen. Just allowing your entire being to relax. And I want you to visualize that you're standing on a beautiful mountain. You're looking out from that mountain, the clouds in the skies, the rivers in the valley beneath you, and the mountain peaks around you, dotted with snow. And the beautiful light of the sun shining down upon you. And you see the rays of light falling upon the ground. And all is well in your world. You feel that deep sense of peace and quiet. Allowing the thoughts to still as you concentrate on the beauty around you. And beneath the soles of your feet, the mountain is strong, solid, and it speaks to you of its journey of life. And you kneel down and you put your hand upon the mountain and you thank the mountain for telling you its journey. And then you look up into the sky. And you feel the crispness of the air. You feel the purity of the air all around you. And you draw that purity into yourself, into your being, as you acknowledge the purity of life. As you feel yourself expanding in that purity of life. And as you look, now a beautiful cloud is circling the mountain top where you stand. And as the cloud descends all around you, you feel its softness You feel its strength and its wisdom. And now the cloud is beneath you as well. And the cloud says, fall into me, for I wish to take you on a journey. And you allow yourself to fall into the cloud, feeling the support as you touch the cloud. And the cloud just ascends above the mountain. And it very gently just drifts across the sky. And you feel yourself just letting go and just allowing the cloud to take you wherever you're needed to go. And the cloud drifts. At times the cloud even changes colour. Sometimes the cloud is all the different colours of the rainbow as it nourishes you, your soul. As it cleans your aura, as it renews your energy, as it heals all of your chakras, heals every cell of your being. And you just drift. And you just allow yourself to be comforted by the cloud, to be supported by the cloud, to be healed, to be loved. Now you can just drift on that cloud by yourself, or you can invite your guides, your spiritual teachers, or your loved ones to join you at this time. Invite them into your cloud, for there's plenty of room for everybody. If you have any questions you needed answers to, now is the time to ask. Feel yourself expanding and just accepting whatever comes to mind. And your guide takes your hand and they tell you how much you are loved. And a beautiful angel comes to join you on your cloud. You feel their presence. And the words that they wish to tell you are, you are a beautiful being of light. Open your heart and allow that love to flow into you as well as from you. Open the palms of your hands that you may feel the healing within them. For you to give yourself or to others. Put your hand upon your heart and feel the love that you have to give, the strength that you have to give to others. Put your hand upon your throat and feel the power of the spoken word that you have within you. Acknowledge your inner strength. For you are here to give voice to the truth within. You are here to hold out your hand to help others, to help yourself. Open the limitations of your mind so that you may believe, so that you may know more, that you may open to the wisdom. Let your entire being open to the abundance of life. The life in each cell of your body. The aliveness that you are. The miracle that you are. Feel that strength rising up within you. as you acknowledge yourself and all that you have to offer. Stand tall and proud. Be kind to yourself and others. And then see the light that's emanating from you, that's illuminating the cloud all around you. And the whole of the sky is lighting up. And this beautiful light of the Spirit shines out. See yourself shining like that beacon of light. Feel the intensity of that light. Feel the intensity of your soul. As you acknowledge your true self. And the cloud takes you back to the top of the mountain. And you step from the cloud back onto the mountain. And you kneel down and connect with the mountain once more. Feeling its strength and its power. And feel that strength and power flowing into you as well. And then you see the path coming down the mountain. And you begin to take that path. But dotted along your path are your loved ones in spirit, your guides, your spiritual teachers, all acknowledging the journey that you have undertaken in this life, in this moment in time. And you feel it as they honor you on your pathway. And then very gently, you continue to come down off the mountain. Down into the lushness of the valley beneath you. And you just stop for a moment and you look up and you see how high that mountain was. And you continue walking through that lush grass, acknowledging each footstep that you take. All the way back to where you started, where you sit in this present moment. And when you're ready, just allowing your eyes just to open. All right, everyone back? Okay, anyone like to share their experience? No?
Yep.
Yes, Keith, sorry. Yes?
Yeah, so the whilst I was enjoying the general vibe of the meditation, for me it was talking about dreams basically, and how to recognize, for me personally, how that some of those dreams are actually really being realized in ways that I wasn't recognizing. So that little journey for me was the big ticket item there was about recognizing the dream steps fulfilled, I guess you might say.
Mm-hmm.
Be the big bang sort of things I had in mind, but it's still part of the journey. I'm still assisting people where I can. I'm still being honest to how I believe I should live. So those are significant. So I just think they'll just kind of wanting me to recognize that is where I'm at the moment.
Mm. Yeah, because sometimes what we think, how we think we have to fulfill our life or fulfill our purpose is not really what we need to do. We're doing it in different ways, and ways that we don't always acknowledge. So that's really good self-realization, Keith. That's excellent. Yeah. Anyone else like to share anything of their meditation or their journey on that? Okay, we're all a bit quiet tonight. Yes, Jackie. Yep.
I'm still actually coming back.
Yes, yeah.
It was very, very deep, and I received a lot of healing. I actually asked, I've got a bit of a crook shoulder, so I asked to receive, and the cat came across halfway through and brought me out onto the keyboard,
Mm-hmm.
and now the cat's gone to sleep too.
Mm.
The steps were, did we go up a mountain or something?
Yeah.
And it was like the top of the mountain, and it's like feeling that that lift and being free was very important to me. Just lifting and allowing whatever was with me, which really lifted as I felt it go off into the universe. It was really beautiful, Jenny. Thank you.
That's good. That's good. Yeah. All good. Okay. Nobody else wants to have a little word?
No, but I think I'm a bit like Jackie, because you know me, Jen, I go very deep in your meditations.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And to the degree that I come out and then I've got watery eyes because I've just gotten that deep and all that
Yeah.
sort of stuff.
Yeah.
But I was the same, because when you said go to the mountain, I mean, you don't think living here in Queensland that you'd go to the top of the snowy, or like mountain top with snow. And then as you were going through and you said you could see the valley down below and then the snow top mountains. Well, I was already on the snow top mountain.
Yeah, good.
Back to, you know, where I was when I was in Canada and all that sort of stuff. And it's that, you know, I felt really at peace, and I think it was the freshness of the air and all that sort of stuff at the beginning.
And that's interesting too, because I always find that fascinating, whereas Spirit are telling me what to say, but people are already there. So that means then we're all on that same wavelength, which I just find so fascinating and so amazing and wonderful, is that we're on that same... Sorry?
I thought you were tuning into me. Because
yeah. It's always amazing, isn't it? Because people will say, oh, yeah, but I was already on the mountain when you got there, you know, and it's beautiful, that synchronicity of Spirit. They're working with us all the time. It's like we just need to be open to know that they're there, and they know what's best for us. They know what we need. It's like, you know, I had nothing planned at all tonight, and they just come and they go, well, this is what we're going to do. Because it's the needs of everybody that come together. It's not just about one thing. So I always find that absolutely beautiful. Anybody else like to have a say about their meditation?
Yeah, I went to a mountain. Well, I was to a very tall hill anyway, and it was just one lone big tree. Couldn't even see the top of it. And I was just drifting around, and it was just lots and lots of, not on that mountain, but then just I kept visiting trees everywhere, branches and trees, and so lots of them. There was lots of other things too, but I've forgotten. They just gone again now.
yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah,
excellent. Linda?
Okay, mine's not as exciting as everyone else's, but I think this was the first time for a meditation that I've had less noise in my head, less thoughts in my head, if that makes sense. So
yeah,
that's it.
Yeah, that's beautiful. That's excellent.
Congratulations.
Yeah, because that's all we want.
I was still waffling on in my head about stupid stuff, but not as often.
Not as much. Yeah, so that's good. And look, meditation is something that takes a long time to stop those sorts of thoughts. It's not just one time you meditate and you've got it all down and your mind stops and everything magical happens. It's not that way at all. So it just takes time and being gentle with ourselves. So that's really good. Excellent. All right, nobody else? Heather, you're being very quiet tonight. She's got to get out of the chair.
Yes, very unusual to be very quiet. But for me, that meditation was all about inner strength. For me, that I'm strong and I have more strength, and that I am a clear and perfect channel, and light is my guide, and I am actually the spirit. But I do have I had my three wonderful guides with me, and they're always there. And I do sometimes forget to remember that I'm not on my own. So I feel very healed and very blessed for an absolutely amazing meditation. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, so I'm going to, if we haven't got anyone else that really wants to speak, I'm going to just do a few messages, or probably not messages so much, but I think we'll just connect with the guide so I can tell you what your guide is or who might be around you at the moment, or whatever they want to do. All right. And Gwen, I want to come to you first. Okay. I'm getting a beautiful guide, a very feminine guide around you, who I feel has come in the last couple of weeks and will be with you for about another 5 weeks, bringing some peace and some sorting out, because I feel like there's some sorting out that needs to be done in the heart area. All right. And so that guide has come in to help you to release that. And I feel that as you work with that, I feel like, I know you said you had a quiet week, but I do feel like another couple of quiet weeks around as that guide works with you on that level to bring about that healing. And then you'll be ready to start the next chapter, because it's almost like you've got to clear some things so that you can start that new chapter. All right, because I feel really by the end of this month it'll be time for you to make some plans. All right, but it'll take till the end of this month before that guide, and she has specially come in as your beautiful healing guide, because I feel you've got another 2 beautiful healing guides that you work with all the time.
Yeah,
she's an extra one that's come in for your healing.
Oh, thank you.
All right, and she's come in with a lot of gentleness, but a lot of power as well. All right, so I just get this feeling like I feel very tired, almost as if, wow, I'm so tired, I've done nothing, but I'm tired. And I feel it's because of this healing process that's going on around you at the moment. Okay?
Yeah, okay, thank you very much.
All right, Jackie, can I come to you?
Yeah, you may.
All right. I've got a very strong guide around you, and I have this, it is neither male or female. All right, it's just a beautiful energy of that's come around, because I feel that over the next couple of months there's some changes coming in around you, and they've come in to propel you in a new direction. All right, so I feel that there's new ways of doing things, or there's new things that are coming around you that this guide is helping you to have a greater understanding of it. Because what I'm feeling is like I'm getting a lot of questions, like almost like your head's going, but if I do this, or what is this, what does this mean, blah 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 blah. So they come in a very intellectual guide that you can connect with to say, okay, well, what do I need to do about this? How am I going to do this? What is this way that needs to be done? And that's what I feel that they're here. For some reason, I feel also around you, it's for the next 2 or 3 weeks, and is an important time with this guide to spend some time and go, what is it that I want to know? What are the answers that I need answered? What are the questions that I need answered? All right, and I feel that they're around. So I just get a feeling like I want to have a book and I want to jot things down, because they're just like full on. Okay, there's things coming to you. So just jot them down, and I feel that that will be really good.
Thank you.
All right, Murray, let me come to you, please. All right. Okay. All right. All right. You've got 2 new guides coming in around you at the moment. One's already in, but I feel like there's another one. And I feel that you're doing a lot of work with the Ascended Masters, all right? So I feel like there's Jesus, and there's a lot of those Ascended Masters that you're doing a lot of work, because they're coming in to clear and to stop the struggle within self. All right, so there's a lot of cleansing going on, but it's almost like they're carrying you over the troubled times. All right, because they're saying you've been through enough troubles in your life. Now let us carry you into that place of peace. All right. Okay, so it's almost like you've done the work. Now they're coming in to give you the love and the nurturing that you need to propel you to the new place. Okay. I'll leave that with you.
I really needed that.
Okay.
Thank you, Annie.
All right, love. Chris, I'll come to you, please. Okay. All right. Have you got a feeling like you've got a bit of a cheeky guide around you at the moment? Because I'm feeling like there's someone coming in to bring laughter into your life. And it's like, oh, you know, there's always seems to be this little bit of laughter, or someone's having a joke or something like that. Just feeling that lightheadedness. So lightness in the soul. Yeah. And I feel like that. And, you know, for some reason, I feel it's particularly when you're in the laundry for some reason. All right. So it's almost like they're coming in and they're talking to you when you're doing some mundane stuff. All right. You know, when we least expect it, sometimes we're doing stuff around the house or whatever, but it's almost like I feel like you're standing at the laundry tub and they're sort of coming in, and all of a sudden you get this urge to really have a good laugh. Your husband's going to think you're crazy because you're going to feel like you want to laugh. But it's because this guide's coming in to lift your energy, so that you can have that little bit closer connection with spirit that you've been asking for. Okay?
Yeah, the laundry's not really doing it. I think it's another place.
It could be the sink. I just see a tub. I see like a tub or something, but there's somewhere you'd go that you spend a bit of time at, like you know, water or something like that. There's something like that I feel that's when you get your most profoundness.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
I'll leave that with you. Paulette, could
thank
I come to you, please? Okay. All right. Okay. I feel you've got a guide coming in to give you strength and to really to give you power, all right, to give you strength and to give you power. And I feel that guide is very, very strong. And it's like I see them with, you know how Moses had a staff and was like, you know, and used to bang it on the ground? That's what I feel this guide's doing, because it's like, take notice. Okay, take notice. This is what we're doing. This is how we're going to do it. And I feel you're getting your strength and your power from him. Okay? All right, make sense?
Yep.
All good stuff. Okay, Keith, let me come to you. Okay, all right. I get a guide around you who is always trying to lead you to new things, all right? Because it's almost like, I feel this guide energy moving you to go, okay, well, I need to learn about that, or I need to understand that, I need to do that, okay? That's what I feel that they're very much around. And from now to August, there's some new things coming in around you that's going to help you to propel you forward into next year, all right? Because it's almost like they're already thinking of next year for you. All right, it's like, I just got to get through this year. I've just got to get, it's not that there's not good things. I'm not saying that there's not good things around you, but what I'm saying is it's like, it's a learning time for you. It's a new, it's something new that you're starting or you're thinking about, okay? Because it's like you need to use your mind, because you have such an intellectual mind. So it's like, I feel they're going over things that you already know, but you're having a much deeper understanding of those. Okay, so where we might have experienced or we might have investigated, say love, for instance, it's like that'll keep coming back at you, but you'll have a greater understanding of that, a more deeper understanding of that. All right?
Yeah.
I'll leave that one with you. Okay. Heather, let me come to you. All right. I get a beautiful guide in front of you, all right? And you know, some of the cultures, they have those brooms that have got a lot of bristles on it, you know, like the native women use to brush the dirt off the bottom of the out from the dirt floors and that. And this is what I see, this beautiful guide standing in front of you, and they've got this broom, but it's all gold, and it's like it's brushing everything away from the path in front of you. All right, so it's almost like in your mind you've got to say, can you sweep that path before I get there? All right, because they're sweeping it to clear it. All right, so it's like they're saying use that energy to make the way clearer, or to clear the energy around you. Okay?
Lovely.
All right.
Thank you, darling.
Okay, no
Thank
worries.
you.
Tracy, let me come to you. Okay. All right. Okay. I have a few guides there tussling for space. All right. So I have a spiritual guide who is more like a guiding light, who leads you into different directions. All right. But that guide is also saying sometimes it's hard to get you to do the things that they feel are best for you because you're not open and listening enough. All right. So I get because mum and dad are standing there too. And it's like dad saying, yeah, you can take a horse to the water, but you cannot make it drink. He said, and that's what you are. He said, you're as stubborn as me, you know. And he said, so just feel yourself being guided. Allow your energy to connect with situations so that you can go, how is that feeling for me? Mm-hmm. Okay, and then you'll be led in that right direction. All right, but mum and dad are definitely there for you as well. Okay.
Thanks. We might have to have a chat about how I allowed that to happen.
Yes, yes. Well, maybe next week. Well, yeah, other than that, we'll do it on a private thing. But yeah, but I think that's probably good for a few of you to learn how to connect with that energy deeper so that you can know how to use it. All right, probably help Linda as well.
Because I probably need a lot of help, because you said there's a lot of wanting space. I need a lot of help.
Yeah, you do. I can say that. I can say that because you're my sister.
You're my spiritualist.
Yeah, I'm allowed to say that.
Army of guides.
Yeah, you'll need it. All right, Linda, let me come to you. Okay. All right. Your guides are very protective of you, all right, because I see them in a semicircle around you and they're linking their energy together, because they're saying that you just need to feel their strength. You need to feel them so that you understand it more, all right? So it's almost like sometimes you'll look and you'll go, feel like there's someone behind you, but there's no one there, and that's because they're forming that energy around so that you can feel them. All right, because that's what you've been asking for. They're telling me is you need to feel something to know that it's right. And it's not that you don't think it's right, but it's like in everything we need to prove it. Okay, yeah, so I'll leave that one with you. All right, so Marion, Nan, sorry I missed you, because it's funny because the pictures move around sometimes. So Nan, I'll come to you. Okay. All right. Have you done your family tree, Nan?
Some of it, Jenny, and I just found some more yesterday when I was decluttering, and so I was looking through it again. Yeah.
Yeah. So do you have a very strong list? A strong line of strong men in your family. Because what I'm seeing is this line of strength in the male line around you, because I want to connect with like great grandfather. So because we're getting a little bit older, that's a long way back.
It is. It is. And you're right.
But
Yes.
his strength is your strength. You know, it's like you pull that strength through the family, through the ancestors. It's like you're connecting in with that line because you're well aware of your guides around you. But I feel it's this strength of family, this strength of ancestors that you're pulling in around you. And I feel that that's really important, because there's almost like when you sit to meditate, ask for the guides to for the great grandfather to come and speak to you.
Okay.
Okay? And I'll be interested to know what they say.
You'll be interested to know that he's Irish.
Aha. All right. So, yeah, it's really interesting because it's almost like they've got something for you.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah, all good. All right. So, Marion, let me come to you. Okay. I see a lot of strength of family and spirit for you, because you know the guides are always there for you, but it's the strength of the family that's coming through for you as well. And so I would encourage you to do some healing through the family, all right? Because I feel from above you, through you, and down below you, there's a little line there that needs healing, all right? If you have an understanding of what I'm talking about, would you just put a little message up on the chat for me so I know that you understand what I'm saying? But it's almost like you're worrying about the people beyond you, and I feel that you have the ability to heal that, because it's like there's something, as you've got to almost stop the line, or you've got to sever it for the rest. Okay. Yes. Okay. So she does understand. Okay. Great stuff. All right. Okay. So Amelia, I'll come to you. All right. I presume you're still there because your lovely face is still there on the picture.
Here.
Okay, great stuff. All right, let me see. All right. Sometimes do you feel like you beat to the drum, to a different drum? I know that's an odd thing to say, but yes, okay. Because they're saying be proud of the different drum that you have. All right, it's something to be proud of, not think, oh my God, how am I going? People just think I'm weird. All right.
Yeah.
And I feel very much that a lot of that is going to become a lot clearer to you in the next few months. All right. But it's like I feel a very strong connection to spirit around you, and I feel that it's like they're stepping closer and closer because they want you to step up.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you. Yes, that makes lots of sense. Thank you.
Okay, great stuff. Because I feel like there's a lot of spiritual activity around you that you haven't quite been able to make head and a tail of it. But they're saying they're preparing you because it is coming to the time when they're wanting you to step up further.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
You'll be ready when it's time. You'll be ready when it's time. And remember, spirit don't always have a time. They don't always say, well, it's going to happen in August, because you don't know. Queen will tell you for sure that there is no time in spirit, because I might say August, but that might be next August, because they don't have a concept of time. So I just feel like they're preparing you for when the time's right, and you will be able to fit it in around everything else.
Okay.
Okay?
Cool, thank you.
Because I feel like that's a little bit of a concern.
Yes,
Right?
you're right. Spot on. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. That will be all good. So, excellent. Has anybody got anything? I think I've got everybody. I think I've got everybody. I've given everyone a message. So that's great. So if you want to all unmute yourself and we will answer. Has anyone got any questions that they would like to ask at this stage? You just know everything. See how amazing you all are. Yes, Linda.
Sorry. My question's about the Wings for Transformation.
Yes.
Version 2.0.
Yes.
I have to put in my July roster requests.
Yes.
Is there any chance that you know what night it may be on?
It'll be a Tuesday night if that will suit everyone. Tuesday night. Is that going to be better than
the powers that be that Colin
okay.
said?
All right. So if it has to be a Monday night, we could probably do a Monday or a Tuesday night, but Tuesday would be best. So for those who did the Wings of Transformation workshop, they're wanting to move on to another stage. So we're going to start a new group with those. So if anyone wants to come into that group, but it is, Gwen, I haven't spoken to you about that yet because we missed you last Tuesday night, but I'll definitely talk to you about that anyway. Okay. So that will be good, but they won't be starting till next Tuesday, not this Tuesday, the following Tuesday, because I haven't quite got it all ready to go yet. Yeah. So any questions before we finish for the evening? Oh, while you're thinking of that, we'll have another song. Of course we will. How could I forget?
Hello. I'm not off yet, but I'm on mute. Oh, maybe I'm not on mute. Oh, I better be on mute though. On mute.
Okay, just give us a sec for some reason. It's a bit slow just at the beginning, but it gets better. It's a bit soft, isn't it? When the sharpest words want to cut you down, I'm gonna sing a flood, gonna drown in mine. I am brave, I am bruised, I am who I'm meant to be. This is me. It's a bit soft, isn't it? Is it a bit soft?
Not very good at all, Jen.
Yeah, not very good, no. Okay. Okay. Whoops, we're having awful trouble here, but that's all right. It's a bit soft to hear, that one, isn't it? So that's all right. Okay. All right. So if we haven't got anything else, we'll just ask that you take a moment just to close your eyes. And I want you to focus on the light within. And I want you to know that even though this candle blows out, the light within stays forever. As you acknowledge the power within yourself, as we connect each other through the power of this light, may we all feel the love and the compassion for each other. May we all feel connected through the light. May we all feel supported. Until we meet again, may you tune in to that light within yourself. May you shine it out. May you allow your guides into your life. Treat them as your best friends and work with them as they love you. Until we meet again, stay in the truth and the light. Amen.
Amen.
Okay. All right, everyone. I'll just
Thank
turn
you.
that off.